The world used to be a vibrant tapestry of shared laughter and silent understanding. Now it feels like a monochrome photograph, faded and torn. I remember every detail of our life together. The way your hand fit perfectly in mine. The specific scent of your skin. After a long day, the quiet hum you made when you were deeply focused on something important. I cherished those small intimacies, those tiny moments that built our colossal love story, or what I thought was our colossal love story. We had plans, endless plans stretching into a distant future. A cozy little home with a garden, a summer trip to an unfamiliar country, a life lived side by side, growing old together. Sharing stories of our youth with our future children, I saw it all so clearly. Every brush stroke of that idyllic picture was vivid and real to me. It was our masterpiece, a testament to a connection I believed was unbreakable, a bond forged in trust and respect, and an overwhelming sense of belonging. Then the colors started to drain. Almost imperceptibly at first, like a slow leak in a beautiful painting, a subtle shift in your gaze, a fraction of a second too long. When you looked at your phone, an inexplicable coolness in your touch that once burned with warmth. I tried to rationalize it away. Of course I did. I told myself you were stressed with work or preoccupied with a personal struggle. I was always the understanding one, the supportive partner, the one who believed in your inherent goodness and our unbreakable connection. But the whispers of doubt grew louder. They morphed into a relentless storm inside my mind, each gust tearing away another piece of my certainty. You started coming home later, the explanations becoming increasingly vague. A project ran over a last-minute meeting, a sudden obligation. I would wait up for you, trying to appear casual, trying to suppress the anxious fluttering in my chest. The late-night messages you would quickly hide when I walked into the room, the sudden need for privacy with your phone. Those were like tiny razor cuts, accumulating one by one on my heart. I started noticing patterns, things I had previously dismissed as insignificant, now screamed betrayal. Your clothes smelled different. A subtle perfume, not mine. A hint of a scent that clung to your shirts, a phantom reminder of someone else. Your stories no longer quite added up the details, shifting slightly from one retelling to the next. Little inconsistencies that my mind at first ignored, then painstakingly catalogued. My gut screamed at me, but my heart clung desperately to the image of us, to the person I believed you were. The nights became a torment. I would lie awake beside you, listening to your even breathing, while my own thoughts raced a chaotic jumble of suspicion and denial. I felt like a detective in my own life, piecing together fragments of evidence that I desperately hoped would lead to an innocent explanation. But deep down, I knew what they pointed to. I felt a cold dread settle in my bones, a premonition of something terrible, something that would shatter my entire world. The moment of discovery was not a dramatic confrontation or a tearful confession. It was a quiet hum of your phone on the bedside table. I saw the screen light up a name I did not recognize, followed by a message, a few words, so stark, so direct, so utterly devoid of ambiguity that they sliced through me like a razor. The world spun the air, left my lungs. A searing pain erupted in my chest, a pain so profound it felt physical, a gaping wound where my heart used to be. My hands trembled as I picked up the phone. I did not even think I just reacted. The screen felt heavy in my grasp. I scrolled through the messages. A timeline of deception laid bare before my eyes, a secret life. You had been leading a parallel existence with someone else. Every sweet word, every intimate detail, Every shared joke, every planned rendezvous was a cruel mockery of what we had. I saw pictures too, smiling faces oblivious to the destruction they were causing to my world. You were there in those pictures, smiling just like you smiled with me, but it was a different smile, a secret smile. The betrayal was suffocating. I felt like I was drowning in a sea of your lies. Each message, each photo was a fresh stab, a brutal reminder of how foolish I had been, how completely blind I was to the truth. I felt sick to my stomach, a wave of nausea washing over me. I wanted to scream, to rage, to throw the phone across the room. But I could only gasp for air, a broken sound that escaped my lips. I walked into the living room, the silence of the night pressing in on me. I sat on the sofa, the one where we had shared so many dreams, so many intimate conversations. Now it felt tainted, corrupted by your deceit. My mind replayed every moment, every interaction, every word you had ever spoken through the lens of this new, horrifying reality. Every loving gesture, every kind word now seemed like a performance, a carefully constructed illusion, designed to keep me in the dark. I felt a profound sense of loss. Not just the loss of you, but the loss of us, the loss of the future we had envisioned, the loss of my own innocence and trust. I looked at our shared photographs on the mantelpiece, faces smiling back at me full of joy and promises. Now those smiles seemed like a cruel joke, a bitter irony. I saw my own reflection in the darkened window, eyes wide with unshed tears. A face I barely recognized, a stranger hollowed out by pain. The confrontation was inevitable. It was not a conversation, but an explosion of pain and anger, words thrown like daggers, accusations met with flimsy excuses, followed by a hollow confession. The details you shared, or rather the details I dragged from you, only deepened the wound. Each revelation a fresh injury. I watched your face, searching for remorse, for regret, for any sign that the person I loved still existed beneath the layers of deceit. But I saw only a flicker of shame, quickly replaced by defensiveness. You spoke of confusion, of mistakes, of not knowing what you wanted. But those words rang hollow in my ears. They could not erase the months of lies, the calculated deception, the deliberate choice to betray my trust. My world had not just been shaken, it had been completely demolished, reduced to rubble by your actions. I walked away that night not knowing where I was going, only that I could not stay in that place that had become a prison of lies. The streets were empty, the air cold and biting, matching the chill in my heart. I felt an overwhelming sense of loneliness, a desolation I had never known before. Every corner, every street lamp seemed to mock me with its indifferent glow. Days turned into weeks, weeks into an eternity. The pain is a constant companion, a heavy weight in my chest. I try to occupy my mind to find distractions, but every song, every memory, every familiar sight brings me back to you. To us, to the moment everything shattered. I feel like a ghost in my own life, moving through the motions, existing but not truly living. Trust is a fragile thing, once broken. It is nearly impossible to mend. I look at people differently now. I see potential for betrayal in every smile, every kind word, a constant vigilance that exhausts me. I used to believe in the inherent goodness of people and the power of love to conquer all, but now my faith is fractured, broken into a million tiny pieces that I can never reassemble. I spend my nights replaying conversations, trying to find the signs, the moments I missed, the clues I overlooked. It is a futile exercise, a torment that serves no purpose other than to deepen my despair. I question everything about myself, about our relationship, about my judgment. Was I not enough? Was I too much? Was there something fundamentally wrong with me that led you to seek solace and intimacy elsewhere? The truth is, it does not matter what the reasons were. The outcome is the same. A heart ripped open, a trust irrevocably shattered, a future that once shone so brightly, now shrouded in darkness. I am learning to live with the void, with the emptiness that your absence has left, but it is a painful education, a harsh lesson in the fragility of human connection. Sometimes I still catch a glimpse of something that reminds me of you. A particular song on the radio, the smell of a cologne someone else wears, a turn of phrase that echoes your voice. In those moments, the pain is fresh and sharp, as if the wound has just been inflicted. But I am learning to breathe through it, to acknowledge the pain, and then to gently release it. I do not know what the future holds for me. I do not know if I will ever fully heal, if I will ever trust again, if I will ever allow myself to be vulnerable enough to love another person. But one thing is certain. The person I was before this betrayal no longer exists. I have been remade by fire, by pain, by the crushing weight of a broken promise. And now I must find a way to build a new life for myself. A life that is honest and true, a life where I am cherished and respected, a life that is finally free from the shadow of your deceit